So with that, I'd like to invite our Chief Demonstration Officer for the day down here. Matt flew in from California with me.
Hi, everyone. How are we today?
Hey, Matt, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So, Matt, what are you going to show us today? Can you bring this a little more alive to us and get out of PowerPoint mode and show, is this real or is this fiction?
Of course. So let me just pose a simple question. How many of you out there would really like to demand more out of your router than just have it to share the internet? A show of hands? Wow, that's quite a few hands. So it looks like we're all in the same boat. We really want more out of our router. But how do we do that? Well, what I'm here to show you today is how Linksys Smart Wi-Fi routers and Cisco Connect Cloud really help you to make these experiences possible. So we'll break it into two groups. The first items are going to be all of the experiences that we're shipping today as part of the announcement. And then we're going to take a step forward and take a look at all of the conceptual experiences that we really hope to enable for you through the power of Cisco Connect Cloud. So shall we get started?
Sounds good, Matt. Let's go.
All right. So let's take a look here. And we'll remove the covers. So what I have up here is actually Cisco Connect Cloud. And you'll notice that I'm actually signed in here to a website. So I'm not behind my router. I don't have a cryptic URL to actually type. And I can access this wherever I have internet connection. So if I go ahead and just log in here, you notice that this brings up Cisco Connect Cloud. Now on the right, we have those embedded apps that we were talking about earlier. Things that we've all come to expect from our router settings. So parental controls, guest access, being able to take a look at what devices are on the network.
Matt, hang on, let's enjoy the moment here for a moment. You know, there's no SSID addresses, there's no cryptic URLs. That's actually a pretty crisp, nice graphical user interface there, right?
Yeah, it's certainly a lot simpler than what we've shown before.
Great.
Now, what's important here is that this is not only available just on the PC. Especially with our mobile lives nowadays, we demand access to these same kind of features on our mobile devices. So I've got a Galaxy Nexus here, and I'm actually going to go ahead and click and start Cisco Connect Cloud on my mobile device so that I can get access to the same features no matter where I am. So back to your son, making sure that he is actually doing his homework, right?
What a concept.
And of course, things like parental controls comes in very important for you.
Yep.
And if I go over to the right, you can see that I have access to guest access for Wi-Fi. Let's get a little bit into guest access.
Okay.
So guest access is something that I really would value, right? I host a lot of get-togethers at my home, and every time I have get-togethers at my home, there's 20, 30 people, and I'm busy, the entire 6 hours, making sure that I'm talking with everyone. Everyone is well fed, right? And everyone has a full drink in their hands.
Right. Sounds like a good party to me, Matt. I haven't got one of those invites yet, but I'll see. Hopefully this will get me an invite.
Well, next time we have the barbecue, I'll definitely invite you over. Now, of course, when Chris comes over, right, it's very easy for me to actually enable the guest access through my phone. Now, getting the guest Wi-Fi information to you is going to be somewhat difficult, because undoubtedly you're going to come up to me and say, hey, Matt, can you give me internet on my device, right?
I know what we can do. We can print a piece of paper with this very long cryptic security card that's not very secure, because then it gets left around and anyone can get on your internet. Is that how we do it? No.
We actually have a better way of doing it through Cisco Connect Cloud. So what I'm going to do is actually come in here, and through guest access, what I can do is actually send you the password, whether it's through text message or through email.
Very cool.
So it's very quick and easy for me to do, and I don't have to take any more time away from my guests. Now, we can do better. What we're going to be shipping soon with our routers is a simple tap card with NFC technology. Especially with all of the mobile phones that are now coming out with NFC technology, what we will do is enable you to literally take another Galaxy Nexus with an NFC card reader, and then when I put this simple tap card that contains the wireless information, you notice that this Galaxy Nexus is now reading the information from the card and extracting the wireless information it needs to be able to connect into the network. It doesn't get any easier than that.
Hang on, that was way too easy. So run that by us again. That was just with a card, touching that smartphone, and you're configured.
Exactly. So now I'm just throwing cards out to my friends at my parties, right? I'm no longer sitting there typing passwords, SSIDs, making this easier to use for the consumer. Now, it's not just being able to connect mobile devices and tablets, right? More and more we're seeing items like the Anki receiver being connected to the network in order to really take advantage of the rich media features, right? So what we've done as an announcement of our partnership with Onkyo is really made it very, very easy to connect Onkyo in. So I'm actually going to pull Onkyo's remote here. And you can see here, I've got the Onkyo up, and I go down and click Auto Setup, and when I select that, I have an option to connect to the Linksys E or EA series router. Now when I select that, I can now use Wi-Fi protected setup, WPS, in order to connect in. So what I can do is actually trigger that same setup from my mobile phone. So ask my router to use WPS to connect to the Onkyo. So when I select here and I go to Devices, I can use WPS Simple Tap in order to set up the receiver. And when I click on this blue button, what they're doing now is the router and the receiver are exchanging the Wi-Fi secrets that they need in order to form that secure connection. So we go back to what you were saying. It's not just about the connection, it's also about the security.
Right.
Now, the Onkyo is capable of not just providing us sound during the movies, right? It's capable of so much more. There's a lot of rich media that we're demanding as consumers to be able to pull in and share on our TVs, right? So what are some things that you would like to be able to share at home on your big TV?
Oh, photographs, experiences, videos.
Exactly. Now, when we start pulling that rich media, it becomes very important to ensure that the video gets to the device correctly. So what we've done here is with media prioritization, if I select that, we've made it very simple to prioritize the items on your network. So you can see here I have highest priority, high priority, and then normal priority. Now, if I scroll down to normal priority, you'll see that the Onkyo receiver has actually been connected, right? And all I need to do now is just click and drag the Onkyo receiver. Now we can also do it by applications as well, so that we're not just limited to prioritizing by devices. And just like that, if I click OK, it's prioritized. Simple, easy. Even though I'm a tech head, I know that to figure out QoS, it becomes very, very difficult. Right.
But then this is the example earlier, right? When my son is finished doing his homework and he wants to get online, I can allow him access. But if the family's getting around the TV and wants that internet experience, we can prioritize that over his gaming experience in his room, right?
Exactly.
So it enhances the consumer experience, very easy to use, and you take control of the internet. You get control of it back. Very cool.
Now, in addition to this control in the 6 embedded apps that we're giving you, we're also giving you access to the 6 developer apps that we've actually announced here. So you notice I have access to Twonky Video and NetProofer right from my mobile device. So these are the experiences that we're announcing today as part. These are the experiences that we're shipping today as part of this announcement. And you'll be able to actually access this and actually go outside into the foyer to really get hands-on in the demo pods. And again, it's Linksys smart Wi-Fi routers and Cisco Connect Cloud that really helps you make these experiences possible. Now, with all of the power that we're giving in Cisco Connect Cloud, let's take a step forward into the future. What are the conceptual experiences that we hope this will enable and really make it easy for you to access these new experiences? So what we envision, the first thing, is these smart TVs. They're capable of a lot of different features, right? I, for one, would love to be sharing my Facebook photos on the TV instead of a mobile device. I'd love to be able to play that YouTube video on the big TV instead of having to go to my small tablet with 20 people clustered around. Right?
So one of those great parties of yours, man.
Exactly. He really wants the barbecue. So what I'm going to do is actually pull out this smart TV, and I'm actually going to change the input there. Now, you'll notice it's actually in a boot up state here. And what I can actually do is we envision that these smart TVs will soon come with these NFC cards that contain the capability of asking a router to reach out and connect to the television. Now, with Cisco Connect Cloud, what I'll be able to do is actually go under here to Devices, and then use NFC Simple Tap in order to connect the router with the television. So what I'm going to do is actually take this card, and then I'm actually going to put it behind the phone, and then ask it to use NFC Simple Taps to set up. And you notice what's happening now is that the TV is now being connected to the network wirelessly. So no more having to run that cable from the back of the house to the front of the house And we get beyond that Ethernet jack that you were talking about earlier in the first wave.
And the other advantage is you don't have to lift the TV and tap it on your phone, right? You're just going to
Exactly.
NFC card, that'll be good. And plus, the biggest challenge was, right, cables, right? You know, we wanted connectivity to all these devices, but running cables, making sure you had the right jacks was really challenging. Here it is, wireless, simple, easy to use, drives more connectivity, better experience, right?
Exactly.
Great, man. Nice
and
job.
for someone like my parents, it would be, even more useful for them because they don't want to go and staple a cable, 10 meters from the back of the house to the front of the house, right?
Right.
They want to just be able to click a few buttons and then maybe have me help them along since I can go through Cisco Connect Cloud and I don't have to be there to help them, right? And I can just do it remotely and really making it simple for consumers to use this technology.
Well, and that's a huge advantage, just to catch that one, the remote capability. My 80-year-old mother lives in Hereford down the road here, and God bless her, the other night she was having internet troubles, and she said she was going to turn the router off for a couple hours to give it a rest. And that's dead true story. But why wouldn't it, why couldn't I, her tech-savvy son, remotely get into the network and say, hey, Mom, right, you've got all this, all these sites open, it's dragging your usage down. If you close that and that down, we can, you're back up to speed. So this remote feature is huge. It really is.
Now, undoubtedly, your mom's going to want to do more than just watch television, right? If you share with her the latest YouTube video, right, we're really going to need the capability to be able to prioritize the television over that. So you notice here that I actually have, after connecting the smart TV, down here, we've actually got a new app for the television that allows me to unlock that functionality with the TV. So Cisco Connect Cloud is smart enough to bring that app to the front whenever you connect a device. Additionally, you can see here under media prioritization that the smart TV has actually been automatically prioritized above the other devices, so that it's very easy. Once a device like a smart TV is connected in, through the integration, we can actually bring them to the forefront. Now, another item that's traditionally been really difficult for consumers to access is home automation. And by home automation, what do I mean? So I've actually got a Samsung tablet here. And what I can do is actually click on Cisco Connect Cloud to open it for the tablet. Now, again, this is available for you to use today. But with some of the power that we're enabling, this is one of the conceptual experiences that we hope to make more easily accessible. So you can see here I have the capability of controlling my thermostat. I can set it for when I'm at home. I can set it to start cooling before I get home. As well as if I'm on vacation, I can remotely trigger it so that it's not using more electricity. I can also do things like lighting control. So for example, if I left the light on at home or if I'm on vacation, I can control those lights very easily.
So Boyd, just to interrupt, so just get even more enticed about one of these great parties you're going to invite me to. You can check the refrigerator, see if the beer is cold before you get there. Get the lighting orientated so it's the cool mood lighting, and you can get all your great stereo and sound system all connected and ready for a party.
Exactly.
You're some pretty efficient parties, man.
Now, home automation is... Now, one of the other things that I deal with is, with all of this internet shopping, I tend to spend a lot on Amazon. And I get a lot of packages at home. But if the delivery person is there and they can't, put the package inside, they'll either leave me a little note, which means I have to wait another day for my package, or they're just going to drop the package in front where it's just out in the street, and it's just not secure. Now, what we can do with home automation is we can see we have an entry gate alert, and what we can do is actually wrap several different technologies into one. So you notice that I actually see that there's a delivery person at my home. Now, this is IP cameras combined with IP door locks, and being able to provide this experience allows me to very easily unlock the front gate so that it lets the delivery person inside to the landing where they can drop the package, and then my package is secure. I don't have to be home. I don't have to wait another day.
Very cool. Nothing more frustrating than you've just ordered something online, you're home, anxious to get it, and instead of getting that package, you got one of those little slips to say, call up, or you've got to be at home to get it delivered. That is a cool application right there.
So I pay for Amazon Prime, right?
Right.
It's free 2-day shipping. I want to be able to get that item now, right? Now, you spoke about in your career, you've never actually presented in front of a refrigerator.
Yeah, I have not.
So now we're going to get to the refrigerator. And you're wondering, the refrigerator is not something I would traditionally think about connecting into the network. So what kind of advantages does that give me, right? So if I go over here into Cisco Connect Cloud, you notice that I actually have a embedded app for the refrigerator. And I can do things like monitor its temperature, as well as take a look at the life of the water filter. So it's indicating that I need to replace the water filter. So when I open up this embedded app, I can see, a little more detail, right? The ice maker is full, so I'm ready to invite you
better,
over,
I tell
right?
you.
And I can also replace the water filter, and as well as take a look at energy usage. But when I click on the water filter, it actually brings me to the Whirlpool page where I can buy the correct model filter that fits this refrigerator. No more searching around. This is really Whirlpool, in conjunction with us, helping consumers to make the fridge easier to use.
Keeps it as energy efficient as it was designed to be, gets it ease of use, keeps Whirlpool happy that their product's up and running just as you purchased it. That is a really great little feature right there. It takes all the hassle out from a consumer perspective of trying to figure out which filter it is, where do I get it from, going down to the wrong store. Talk about connected life right there. It's great.
Now, speaking of connected life, right, we don't have to just be on a PC in order to do this. We also have the capability of accessing this with, the multitude of mobile devices that, I think everyone has in their pockets right now. So you can see here that I've got a refrigerator status, so I can check this if I'm on my way out the door, right? I don't need to open my PC and wait for it to boot up. But you notice here that it looks like the door's ajar. So are you storing something there?
Yeah.
That's keeping the door open?
Matt, I think your strategic asset here for later on in the day is...
Oh, so you're just thirsty. Yeah, okay, all right.
It needs to be a little colder, Matt. If your beer's that warm, that's not good for the party mode.
All right, so this really helps us to use the refrigerator a lot better.
That's been worrying me, that door, all afternoon. What I need to know is, can you close it?
No, but there is cold beer later on this afternoon, so don't get too worried.
Now, in addition to being able to monitor the refrigerator, we also want to be able to help consumers use their refrigerators more efficiently. So, for example, this actually tells me the energy that's being used as of today and the average energy usage so that I can adjust my usage. Now, of course, on my way out here, I was at the airport, right? And one of the things I'm undoubtedly going to forget to do is put the refrigerator into a vacation saver mode. Because we're not opening the door as much, we can actually tell the refrigerator, you only need to keep the same temperature. You don't need to compensate for all the door openings. So this vacation mode, I can actually activate it from my tablet from the airport. So this is really bringing the power of Cisco Connect Cloud to bear.
Right. And just, Matt, one little thing that I didn't point out that need to, right? We're demonstrating this on a multitude of devices. All these apps, all Cisco Cloud, are available both on the Android platform as well as Apple's iOS platform, right? So
that is correct.
iPad user, Galaxy user, doesn't matter, right?
Exactly.
Excellent.
So these are all of the conceptual experiences that we envision Cisco Connect Cloud will really help enable for everyone. So in summary, what we've shown you here today is really all of the experiences that we're shipping as part of this announcement that you'll be able to get access to either today or within the next couple of weeks, as well as all of the conceptual experiences that we think this will open up for you in the near future. And it's really Linksys smart Wi-Fi routers and Cisco Connect Cloud that really helps make these experiences possible for you.
Matt, nice job. Looking forward to that invite to the party, but they did a really nice job on the demo. Excellent.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Matt. So we just back up one more slide. So our challenge today was to challenge you to say, this is different. Wow, this is different. You get now to come with us in a few minutes to really experience this, right? Make sure this wasn't a mocked-up demo. Make sure this wasn't just PowerPoint and smoke and mirrors. But remember, please, the building blocks. Cisco's commitment to industry-leading, phenomenal hardware. Literally 70 million devices out there in the global market today. But it's not just about the hardware anymore. Simple to easy to use software, not just for installation, but to be able to experience that connected life, taking back control of the internet and leveraging all these connected devices in the home. But it's not just about a piece of software, it's about a cloud service. It's about being able to use that experience any place, anywhere, from a device, from a tablet, from the couch to the airport, to the hotel room. But it's even more than that. It's the application, the 6x6 applications we talked today. The 6 applications that are embedded in Cisco Cloud, the 6 applications that we launched from our developers today. We want to thank them for being part of this launch, but also the platform that launches for the future. What is exciting about this is not just a single event we are here today experiencing, but it allows you and our customers and our consumers to put that foundation in their home for many years ahead to experience multiple devices. The devices that we haven't even thought possible to connect to the internet will be enabled by this application graphical user interface experience. So I want to thank you for your time this afternoon. Hopefully we'll have achieved our objective of, boy, this is different. But I'll hand this back to Ulrika for a few logistics, but I would challenge you all, please, come get your hands on these applications and this product, because I really want to deliver on the vision of this is different. Thank you very much.